Alright, hey guys, welcome. We're doing a boost point guide today, so we're going to go over boost points and different bits and pieces about them. Alright, so as a general rule, you can acquire 100 boost points just by waiting. It recharges at about 1 boost point every minute and a half, which is pretty good, and it's a lot better than the energy consumption, which recharges at 1 energy per every 5 minutes, which is a long time if you're waiting for energy to sit around. But the downside of the boost point system is the cap is actually at 2,000. But to get to 2,000, you have to recharge the boost points yourself. It will only go to 100 and then it will stop. That is our cap for free boost points. Which is fine, okay? It'd be nicer if it was a bit higher, but it's fine because unfortunately you waste a lot because it does recharge pretty quickly. But the good thing about that is anywhere in this top band, in the 0 to 100, you get your stage 1 boost effects. Which, okay, it doesn't give you any bonus rewards, but we're going to basically ignore those for now. Because, let's face it, they're not always that great in the first place. But these effects are actually normally slightly less. I have a boost effect pack on that's increasing them slightly. So, under normal circumstances, if these were just stage 1, without these boost effects that I've got, you would actually get character XP would actually be at 50 instead of 75. Gold acquisition would be at 15 instead of 25. And energy consumption decrease would actually be at 40% instead of the 50 I've got here. And shield acquisition increase would actually only be at 100 instead of the 150. So my little boost pack does actually change those stats quite a bit, and in some ways in a very nice way. Now, if you go above this 100 line, which I will not show you because we're going to do that, because the great thing about my little boost pack is it does give me 100 extra energy a day, so we're going to take that now, which is going to put us up to the 200 line. And of course, that instantly activates stage 2, which is fantastic, by the way, which instantly increases our regular stats by quite a lot. So, under normal circumstances, that would actually only go to about 100% for character XP. It adds a fair chunk just to go to stage 2. So for a small monthly pack fee, it's not too bad. But you have to remember, you're only just into the stage 2 bracket, and it very quickly decreases. And anything past that 100 line is not going to recharge. So you want to use your extra boost points fairly wisely, because they don't go very far, but they are useful. Now, I meant to show you the rewards. You do get the chance of rewards, but don't be deceived. These look amazing, right? You click on them and you think, oh my gosh, I can get mythic cards, and I can get really good ISO 8s, and of course custom gear, and your reviews. And of course, this is the bit that gets everybody all the time, you have the potential to get rank up tickets, and mega rank up tickets, and of course mastery tickets, and even potentially a tier 2, and of course the C2 of Patience. Now, you do have to remember, just because you can get them, doesn't mean that you will get them. A lot of the time, you're just going to get gear kits, dimensional debris, and small things like that. And you'll think, why am I paying all that money for that? Well, here's the thing, right? This is a bonus reward. It's an added extra. So, yeah, there's a chance of reward, but it's also a chance it may not ever happen. So, while it's nice to think about, I could get that, I think mostly you've got to look at it as, this is the increase. What does this give me? Because to be fair, it does give you a lot more gold. The energy consumption does decrease by a fair amount. And of course, well, for me, the shield XP doesn't really apply because I'm already level 70, so it doesn't get me any higher. And character XP for me now, not a big thing because it's not going anywhere. But especially if you're low grade and you've got lots of characters you still need to level, that could be a huge advantage. So remember that even though you can get rewards, doesn't mean they're going to be great, but they're still useful. But whether you want to pay for them, never matter entirely, especially if you have to recharge using crystals, because that gets quite expensive. After all, 100 boost points for 150 crystals, that's quite a lot. And of course you've got the 1000 boost point range for 1500. Again, it's quite a lot. Although sometimes they do give you the feature pack. I'm not sure if it's here today. It was here. Yeah. where you can get 1,000 boost points for £9.99. For me, it's like 10 quid. So you could do that if you wanted. You might potentially get a lot better rewards because you would, of course, have more than the 200 line. But again, it's up to you whether you want to do that. That would be a chance, but really, you only really need like 200 energy a day, boost point wise. Now, using the boost points again comes down to how you really want to go about making the most of your energy. Bearing in mind that, yeah, if you want to try for rewards, you want to get as much out of that extra 100 as possible. My dog's off. Of course, she would be barking now. So, you want to make the most out of that 100 extra. But you also want to make the most out of your energy. Now, yeah, you could do things like dimensional. These are great, by the way. To be fair, the minute you actually get here and you look at these and you realize I'm using 4 boost points and it's reducing my energy cost of the highest dimensional one here down from 14 to 5, that's quite a lot. And it saves you a lot of energy for very little boost points. Now, a lot of your specials in here are very much the same, so like Mutual Enemy, your memory missions, fail secrets. Special missions, again, are pretty good. Ratio back, if you look at the higher end ones, I'm only really looking at the higher end ones, it does reduce it quite a lot, which is fantastic. It can also be said the same for the Dimensional Rift, but again, you're gonna use up quite a lot of them for quite quickly. Now, the one thing I would suggest not using them on, well, definitely not using them on, is of course in things like these with your epic trackers, because when you look at them, you are using 6 boost points, and it's taking you down to 2 energy with my added bonus effects. But it's only 4 energy to begin with, so it's not exactly a huge decrease in the sense of how much you can gain from it. Yeah, once you're down past that 100 line, maybe, if you've got nothing else to do. But truthfully, if you want to make the most out of your energy, you want to look for the missions that are high energy cost, that has a very small amount of boost points. So a lot of these all have 4, but they're a lot higher energy cost than the actual boost points that you're going to use up. You want to play it a bit sensible. Maybe if you don't have to, if you don't want to, if you really want to just run things like your epic quests and run your tracking missions and things like those, yeah, you can do that. But bear in mind, your boost points aren't going to get you very far. And if you are after rewards, it's going to get you even less. But they can come in handy. You could potentially use them on daily missions, I suppose, as well, because, again, it's quite a nice decrease. So bear in mind, have a look around. See what you have unlocked at this point. See what you can use them on. And bear in mind that at the end of the day, you want to get the most out of these. The extra stage 2 only lasts for as long as you have more than 100 points. So you want to use those to acquire, say, the most amount of gold that you can get, or the most amount of character XP. Or even better, for the most amount of energy you can save. Because while it may not be a huge amount, it's still going to be a fair amount. And anytime you look at things like your memory missions or your dark dimensional missions, it's going to be a huge amount of energy. And if you get to the point where you've got 0 energy and you're trying to run these, it's like 14 with no boost point effect. Now 14 energy wait time, that's a long time to wait for it to actually recharge. But it's only about 10 minutes max for boost points. So you want to be a bit sensible with them, but it really is up to you guys. I hope it helps. I would show you the rewards, but my luck of finding rewards is terrible. To be honest, my luck of finding any of them is terrible. But yeah, remember to be careful. Remember your rewards as much as you might look at that list and think, it's fantastic. I have to say, and all the time I've used them. I've got maybe 1 rank up ticket for tier 3, and I've had like 2 CTP patients. But 9 times out of 10, most of the rest of these never come in. And pretty much all the rest of the time, all I'm getting is Dimensional Debris, and of course E-Kits. I can't doubt the gear kits, actually, because that's really kind of handy, especially if you're getting 5 or 6, because it's like 5 or 6 mission runs, so that's pretty cool, especially if you're in the stage of wanting to upgrade all your characters. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching today. I hope it helps you, and I'll see you around.